So we are here at Web Marketing Academy with Bharani, who is our podcast guru behind the scenes. He does all the editing and everything. So today we've recorded a podcast for immediate release, and we will be giving some tips in our FIR podcast. So I'm just going to share some of the tips, and maybe I can walk you through how Bharani is editing all these things. You ready, Bharani?
Yeah.
So how many tips we have?
We need 3 tips.
3 tips.
Yeah.
3 stories.
We have 4 stories.
4 stories.
It's like 3 tips we give usually.
Okay. So what did we cover today?
News.
Yes. Okay. So we covered what is that? InMobi, being innovative. That's one story that we covered, and then a couple of other stories which goes live on Tuesday night, tomorrow night, and we discussed about places in India, correct?
Yeah.
Bharani?
Yeah.
So we discussed if somebody who's visiting India, a foreigner or somebody from other country, some of the tips we shared. Like for example, checking the microphone, and if somebody is speaking in some events or maybe in meetings and some culture, what they have to look for, traffic and food, and what to expect, all those things we discussed. Is anybody asking any questions? Okay, good. So yesterday, by the way, we covered podcasting. We had 2-part series of how to podcast, history of podcasting, what to look for, best practices, and some more podcasts to listen to. So if you haven't checked, please check the previous Periscope. We did that one, and now we are recording some tips. Okay, so we have 3 tips we need to record, right? All right. So my first tip, my first tool is, okay, my tool for today, the first tool is called Giphy, GIPHY.com. GIPHY.com. What you can do is, it is animated GIFs. We see in Facebook and in Instagram, you see some animated GIFs that you can actually go and browse, and you can download, share in all those places. So check it out, GIPHY. And if you want to make a GIF or a GIF, whatever you call it, make GIF.com. Make GIF.com. So two things, GIPHY, make GIF, GIF.com. Tip over one?
One is over.
So one tip is over, and Bharani is going to go and edit it. Still it is recording this and all. He's going to edit everything. Okay, second?
Yeah.
My second tool is no, it's not a tool. It's not a tip. It's not a tip. It's a tool. Okay. We all use my second tool, Google for Educators. Google.com/edu. They have ton of resources. If you are an educator, if you are in teaching or in any field of education, you got a lot of material. Actually, you got some training videos. You can get certified by Google. So check out Google for Educators. They have some slides. They have resources on various tips, time-saving tips, and how to use advanced feature as well. That's my second one. One more?
One more.
Okay. So my third tool is builtwith.com. 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 What you can do is you can go, and if you want to check any particular website on what platform it is built, it is like a lookup for websites. So you can put in your website or any website, and it will tell you on what platform it is being built. So that's my third tip. And one more tip, additional bonus. It's an app. It's called Brainstormer. Brainstormer app. What it does is, if it is like a wheel, you download this app, and I think it is paid, but yeah, I'm not sure whether it's paid or free. So what it does is, I don't know whether I paid. I think I did. So it's an app where you can brainstorm for content ideas for topics, or maybe different words using those apps. So that is my bonus tip. Thank you. So Barney, how's it going? Thank you for all your hearts.
Yeah.
Hi Deep Singh. So this is a 80 mic we use, and you don't need to have a fancy mic. How's you? I'm good. How are you? So we use Audacity to edit. Barney uses the Audacity to edit. Me also good. Thank you, Deep. Deep, where are you from? Thank you. Okay, so he's editing. He's saving that one first, correct? Barney, what are you doing? Can you explain?
I'm exporting the audio, that is saving the audio which
Punjab.
we have recorded now.
We are from Bangalore.
So now let's see how to edit the recorded file.
Sure.
So open a new project.
New project. Where can you show it the side too?
That is Command and N. You'll get a new.
It's we are discussing about how to record a podcast and how to edit it.
So the recording is done.
Recording, we just did it.
Now we are in editing phase.
We are in the editing phase. Okay.
So this is the tip which we have recorded now.
Okay, which one?
This is the first one.
Okay, this one. Okay.
Yeah. So before touching any of the files, make sure that you make a duplicate copy of it.
So you make sure that you make a duplicate copy of it. Okay, a copy, so that this is one more thing that we see is sometimes we might record and the entire file would have corrupted. So make sure that you check the mic for some voice, maybe a test, and then always keep a copy of it. That's what Bharani is doing.
So I have a folder called original. Where the original file will be, and an edited version where I will edit that particular file. So I'll drop into the file into the edited thing.
Okay.
And again I will drag it to the window.
Alright.
So it got copied. The file is being imported into the
it's imported to the
Audacity app. Yeah.
Okay.
So now you can just click on the first second. Let's see. Let's listen to it.
Okay. So we are here at Web Marketing Academy with Bharani, who is
so we need only
podcast
tips, right? So we don't need all these things.
behind the scenes.
So just select and delete.
Select and delete.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to share some of the tips.
Again in the introduction.
Okay. So how many tips we have? Okay. So what did we cover today?
So I'm just searching where the tip is actually starting.
Places in India, correct? Bharani? He was visiting India, a foreigner or in some events, or maybe in meetings, in some culture, what they have to know. So yesterday, by the way, we covered podcasting. What to look for, best practices.
I'm still searching for that.
Hi, some more podcasts to listen. So if you haven't checked, please check the previous Periscope. So 100% and Barney is going to go and edit. Hi, Brian. My first cubicle surfer.
Here it is.
Okay, so he's deleting all of these things. This is where the tip was. My first joke. Give us back the Italian marrow. What is that? I'm sorry, Jonas. My first joke.
So here's something called
Yeah.
So we have to select it.
Select that
and delete it.
Okay.
So let's hear it.
My first joke.
So there is no R sound here.
Right.
We just removed it.
My first joke is okay.
So all this waiting seconds, we just have to remove everything.
Okay.
Since this is not a video, it won't be very comfortable while listening to all these pauses.
Correct.
So it would be fine if we maintain those mutes very less.
Okay. My first joke is my tool for today. The first tool is called Giphy. G-I. My tool for today. The first tool is called Giphy. Giphy.com. So this gap and all you're removing, right?
Yeah.
Pauses. My tool for today. The first tool is called Giphy. Can you remove these ones too? Do we need it? My tool for today. And then again it comes to first tool. It's called the first tool is called Giphy. Giphy.com. Giphy.com. What you can do is
Again, there's a sound called
yeah, that
so we are removing it.
What you can do is animated GIFs. You see in Facebook and in Instagram, you see some animated GIFs that you can actually go and browse and you can download, share in all those places. So check it out, Giphy. And if you want to make a GIF or a GIF, whatever you call it, there's another deleting it, okay. Make GIF.com. Make GIF.com. So two things. Remove that one too. I think that is fine until there. GIF.com. Make GIF.com. So two things. We can remove that one too. Make GIF. GIF.com. So 100% and Barney is going to go and edit it. Still it is recording, so now he's going to edit everything. Okay, second. My second one, that part, right?
Yeah. So the first step is ready now.
Okay.
The edited version, we can hear it now.
The first tool is called Giphy. G-I-P-H. Suresh, what is the name of your podcast? Podcast. One second. We have two podcasts. One is Digital India Podcast. Can you open up? And one is FIR for immediate release. Stephanie, it is for FIR Podcast Network. You have a ton of podcasts, and what we do in the FIR podcast is we give weekly update from India. So this is digitalindiapodcast.com. This is a weekly update for local audience. So we give some interviews and weekly digital marketing updates. Okay. So this is every week we do. And then there is FIR Podcast Network. If you notice, no, not FAR, it is FIR. For immediate release. I'll show you. So now for this also we give weekly updates from India. But if you go to We have around 7 or 8 shows, FIR Podcast Network / Digital India. Thank you, Stephanie. And Stephanie, if you haven't went through FIR, it's a pretty really cool stuff. If you can click on the homepage, so they have several shows. Shell and Neville has got a lot of shows. LinkedIn Conversation, Thought Leader. So all this, it's a part of a network where, for PR and communications, there are good solid amount of podcast. So yeah, that's what we do is in the weekly show we also include some tips, 3 or 4 tips. So that is what we were recording, and we were just going through the recording process. And in English, yes, of course. Thank you for all the loves and hearts. All right, go ahead, Barney.
So you can put in your website or any website, and it will tell you on what platform tips and how to use advanced feature as well. That's my second one.
Stephanie, I missed Saturday. I was not able to join the chat, I think. How was it?
GIF.com. My second tool is GIF.com. My second tool is my second tool.
Did you participate in?
Second tool.
Stephanie, I think there was some blab or something, some with the podcast. I don't know if you had an opportunity to participate in the Periscope.
My second tool is
Oh, okay. I did not get a chance to.
my second. It's not a tool.
Stephanie, what do you do, by the way? For others who don't know you,
Okay.
maybe you can.
We all use.
But I did my first Periscope yesterday and gave a new tip. I figured out. Excellent.
Second tool
Congrats.
is
It is addictive, right? Periscope.
my second tool. My second tool is we all use. My second tool. Google.
Okay, you're a geek, but not working right now. Okay.
For educators. Google.com/edu. They have ton of resources. If you're an educator, if you are teaching or in any field of education, you got a lot of material. Actually, you got some training videos. You can.
So here we need some more editings, correct? A lot of editing.
No, I'm removing all the repeated words and unwanted words.
Okay.
All those gaps, few noises here and there.
Yeah, it would be nice if you can, while recording itself, you reduce that. It'll be easier, correct?
While recording this?
No, while talking, yes.
Yeah, what the speaker is, if the speaker is well aware of the said editing knowledge, then he can.
Right. And also, I think what we'll have to understand is if during the show itself, if we can reduce those things and some of the tips that you can, and by the way, it takes almost, for a 10-minute show, it almost takes 1 hour, correct? For a 10-minute audio.
There's no perfection. You can also keep editing for the whole day.
Right.
It's about the time limit you have. You can also edit 10 minutes for a whole day, or even still they can add a lot of musics and clips here and there. You can fade in and fade out.
Right.
You can add some background noise. You can mix a lot of things. It depends on the time you left over.
Yeah, and Bharani, by the way, is not a professional editing before we did the podcast. He just learned during the show. How many shows we have now? Digital India podcast, we have around 50.
Together we have around 48 episodes.
Okay, so we have to celebrate the 50th episode.
Yeah, sure. We missed 25th episode somehow.
Yeah.
50th, yeah, we will celebrate. We'll do some podcasting for
Right.
Just like this MBA show, no? 100 MBA show.
Right.
What we have learned.
Correct.
Is 50, yeah, we can do that.
We'll do that. And then for For FIR, it is our 10th. On the FIR website, it is our 10th podcast, 10th show. 9th, yeah, 9th, and next week will be 10th. So almost 10. I mean to say interviews and all included. All right. So this is what the editing. So I think you guys got an idea of how it is. It's just highlighting the part and deleting it. And for example, if you want to add something in the before and and the Digital India, is it in iTunes? Of course, yes. Digital India podcast. Or if you search for Web Marketing Academy in iTunes, you will see in the business news section. So you can edit, you can do various things. This is a free tool. It is called Audacity. Okay, so see, this is my notes. I just for my tips. Web Marketing Academy in business section. Yeah, you can either look for Web Marketing Academy in the business section, or you can just search for Digital India podcast or FIR podcast. So this is, you're welcome. So this is our academy here. Today it's quiet, not much. That is Anusha and Parani. This is one. There's one more room. PPC Google AdWords training is going on. Somesh takes the PPC training. He's like, and these are all our students. And my office. Funny shelf, I know. Yeah. So these are some of my books. Yeah, Book Yourself Solid is a good one. No, other one, this one. Chat. And then here, there's another one. Thank you, thank you. By the way, this entire office is one whole actually it's a house. I did all these partition and this and this and this divider. This is one big hall. And we have another room here, which they just, this is nice. All the glass wall, thank you. Yes, and we have a grill. Hi guys.
Hi sir. Hi.
So this is just a
Periscope.
Yes, Periscope. These are some of our students, and we are they just practice here. They finished up the morning and then they're practicing. Hi guys.
Yeah. Hi.
Hey, Stephanie says hello.
Yeah, hello.
See, they are taking something, you know.
So this, I'll also show you the outside. This is a place called Indranagar in Bangalore.